Hey everybody, welcome to the Stuff of Sunny, and it's a new month. It's been about a month since the last update video, and I'd like to keep these with some form of frequency. A monthly sounds pretty good, unless something really major happens to warrant one, between a monthly status. So, yeah, not a lot has changed since last time. What we got on the agenda of talking about updates here? There's stream frequency. I'd say May hasn't been a good month for streaming, mainly because this, that, and the other would get in the way of streaming. I aim for Tuesdays and Thursdays because there's little to no one in the house. My siblings are at school, the folks are at work. However, my folks have two different jobs, and sometimes my siblings have to stay home from school, whether it's something at school or them being sick. So when any one of these three variables comes up with a negative, I'm not going anywhere, then I feel either less comfortable to stream or I just can't stream altogether. Can't stream altogether mainly comes from my siblings being loud and the fact that I was not the primary user of our Ethernet cord. That honor was held by my brother. Simply because we used to have Wi-Fi that the 360 couldn't connect to, so Mom let him use the wired connection. He's just been the main user of it. I'm not going to come around suddenly and just be like, hey, I'm taking it from you. And even though May wasn't a good month for streaming, I honestly don't think June, July, August will be much better, since it's summer. And as I just said earlier, I don't like streaming when my siblings are home, and they're going to be home a lot more during the summer. Mind you, there's at least one point in the summer in which I can see streams possibly being more frequent for about like a week or two, but mostly for the summer, I might be able to work something out, but I wouldn't count on it. So now we've got live content out of the way, let's go to pre-recorded content. Let's Plays and the preparation needed for them should be finalized closer to the end of the month. If they're not finalized by the end of the month, then I'll be a little bit disappointed in myself, but they should at least be close to finalized by the end of the month. So there's that to look forward to. I don't have any, I again can't confirm any dates. I don't like confirming dates because then I feel pressured to meet them, and if I don't meet them, I feel even more disappointed in myself. So it's just a rough ballpark of what I'm looking at. And that's not even a definite first part will be out by the end of the month. It's preparations for them will be done, hopefully by the end of the month. Sprite lapses have finally been transitioned to YouTube, and all's been going good. I'm not sure if that's because they're all unlisted, because again of the musical concerns that I addressed last update. But hopefully they're just fine. Who knows, maybe I might unlist them, or I might not even relist them, just put them on the list, or whatever the term for it is. Post them. Might post them soon. See how that goes. As for new sprite lapses, they will be posted to YouTube now. I'm unsure if I will ever post them to Dailymotion, if and when. I might if I have any problems with the YouTube channel, like something threatens the integrity of the channel existing, and I need to quickly move everything to somewhere else. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. And if you've been reading the descriptions of the sprite lapses, which who reads the description? I am planning to do commentated versions of the sprite lapses, hopefully to be posted either on the same channel or on this channel, but like not have them unlisted because I'm drowning out the music and it's not a good quality rip to rip the song from. Because that's mainly the major concern with anything that uses music in a YouTube video. People are concerned they'll be able to rip the audio data from it and use it as a clean rip rather than having to pay for something, which, come on. Usually the cleanest rip that you can possibly find is the official version, no matter how hard people try. Anyway, some new sprite lapses should be coming soon. I have a few lined out that I want to do. I know which one I want to do next. I have a rough idea of what I want to do after that. And then I have a list of characters that I might want to do afterwards. However, while some sprite lapses are coming soon, there's one that I'm putting on indefinite postponement. The Mila Bassett Freedom Planet 2 design sprite that I have been teasing for a while, I am putting under indefinite postponement, simply because there's a very minor sour taste from Freedom Planet in the back of my mouth now. Just one of those things that you think about it, it hits you, and then you're like, now I got this sour spot whenever I think about it. It was a good game, still a good game. There's just one detail that I don't like that happened, and that is the Wii U port had to be delayed for quite a while. That's not the sour taste. What the sour taste is, the cutscenes had to be altered, either segments of them cut or almost completely rendering a cutscene null and void in the case of one. Like, there's no reason for this cutscene to be here anymore because of the cuts they had to do to it. And I understand why that had to be done for the Wii U version. I was kind of sitting here in the back hoping, hey, maybe over time they'll rebuild the game's cutscenes so they work on Wii U without having these problems, but I doubt that's going to happen, because Galaxy Trail's working on Freedom Planet 2, they're working on Spade's story, they're working on Torque's story, they might be working on that webcomic series that they hit their stretch goal for. When's that coming, guys? I can't wait. Anyway, the cutscenes had to be shortened, and if it was just a Wii U thing, then I would be perfectly fine with it, and Amila Bassett Sprite Labs probably would have came before the most recent one of Jules, Uncle Chuck, and Robo Jules. But they carried over these transitions to the PC version for no other reason than consistency, which, there's the saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it. It's a very applicable saying, and there's a reason why it's a saying, there's a reason why the saying exists. There's a reason why people follow that saying, because it's a good saying. If something isn't broke, don't fix it. Cutscenes weren't broken on the PC version, and it just so happened to be that every scene that was cut, just about every line that was cut, happened to be some of my personal favorite lines. Just, I could go into more detail about it later, but that'd probably be something I'd save as a tangent for a stream if I remember to go on this tangent. Or for later. I don't know, like, the Mila Bassett sprite that's being indefinitely postponed until these cutscenes are restored to their glory, either via mods, which is probably going to be the more likely thing, or as, I don't know, make it a separate DLC extended cut. It's free for purchase, or hell, I'd probably pay for it, even though it's not a good thing that I'd pay for it, I'd probably still pay for it. Like, either make it DLC or a later update. You could do that. I'm willing to give you my money, Galaxy Trail. I really liked those scenes. I like them. So until that's fixed, or until I just stop caring, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's this sprite lapse I could do. So in other news in terms of sprite lapses, you may have noticed that in the last sprite lapse I started using Paint.net. If you recognize the grid and the slight bits of UI that were shown. I started using Paint.net because for whatever reason borderless gaming would not full screen paint like it used to, and I can't get just the canvas of paint in the resolution that I use for sprite lapses, and I don't want to have to reconfigure the sprite lapses because it took forever to find a good evenly divisible 720 by 480 technical HD resolution to use. But Paint.net, I ran that through Borderless Gaming and said, this works, I can use that. And plus there's a grid, and I can zoom into more than just 800%. Whatever that kind of shows to have some visual effects with the sprite lapse. I might just have to stop using the grid. I might not, though, I might forget. But hey, not everything is perfect. I like aiming for perfection, but if I can't hit perfection, I try not to fret over it. That's generally it for sprite lapses and whatnot. More are coming, and hopefully with some frequency. As for well, I guess for sprites, my sprite comic, you guessed it, I'm still having trouble coming up with plot. I said it last time and I'll say it again. I'm not a storyboard person. I can come up with a skeletal design, but that's just about it. It's hard to stay coherent. I used to have a problem with that with my own fantasies. I used to get angry with myself because I'd be like, well, where do I go now? This is my own fantasy that I'm not giving out to other people, but even I am finding it incoherent and hard to stick with. So, yeah, what's the deal, me? Not even I'm enjoying my fantasies. And in terms of other sprite things, still not motivated for sticks. I'm trying to find a way to get motivation, maybe watch more Sonic Boom, maybe try to play Sonic Boom. But I haven't been enjoying Sonic Boom the show, and even though I enjoy Sonic 06, I'm not sure if I will enjoy Sonic Boom. So there's that. And I guess in terms of other comics and whatnot, Pantsu Hat comic. I want to beat some other games. Like I have a few other games I'm either close to beating or I know I can beat with like easily or something. I want to beat some other games before I open up Animal Crossing and commit to that for a while. Because once I open up Animal Crossing, I'm gonna be checking it every day and trying to keep up with the maintenance of my town. Since the last time I played was February 29th, I've got a lot of catching up to do. Since I started the second town and wanted to do a 1 year challenge, I can't just skip to today because I'll be skipping the entirety of spring and everything that's available in it. So that's gonna be fun. So, and I guess some of the other games that I've been playing then, a tangent I guess, is I'm very far in Twilight Princess HD. I'm up to the final boss door, and I realized I'm missing quite a lot of stuff. Let's backtrack a bit. Damn Hylian Loach is being a real pain in my... On top of playing Twilight Princess, I might be playing some more Hyrule Warriors again soon. I'm not going to try to complete that before I open up Animal Crossing. That would just be insane. And I'm still going to have to do a lot of grinding for the new blind stream, the Quartz Nuzlocke. I actually have a physical copy of that, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. It's definitely a game. It's going to be a lot of grinding for that game, because yay, Nuzlocks. You know, Mario Maker's kind of fun. I like making levels no matter how hard they are. Even if it takes me over a couple days to clear a stage just because I want to make something that's dumb and hard. Or something that's simple. Something I think looks good. I don't know. People say my levels are tedious. I say, I had fun making them, and I had fun uploading it, and that's all that matters. Then I get pissed off whenever my levels get deleted due to unpopularity and I gotta rebuild them and re-upload them. Don't do that, Nintendo! So in terms of other things I've done, you might notice on the channel I made a 15-minute extension of a high-quality rip from Silva Gunner. Eh, I'll come out and say it right now. I made that rip because... I didn't make the rip. No, I did not make the rip. I made the extension. Big difference, Sonny. Big difference. I made the extension. I made the extension of the rip because I really liked the rip. And I actually wanted to use it as background music to one of my sprite lapses. But it's only 2 loops, and the second loop fades. So I threw it into Audacity, and I extended it to about 5 minutes. That's why I try to aim for my sprite lapse length. I thought to myself, this is a good quality rip. It's a high quality rip. Maybe other people would like a 15-minute extension or so. So I emailed Silva, and yes, I emailed Silva. I will pull up a picture of this email. I have to censor out my own email and well, his email is available on his Twitter, mine isn't. I actually emailed Silva and he said, yeah, it's fine, you can upload it, just don't claim ownership of it. It's not your rip, you didn't rip it, but you can extend it if you want. If I get permission from him, I might make more. Like I might recontact them and say, hey, like you said last time it was okay that I could extend this as long as I don't claim like ownership of any rips is okay if I just extend whatever I might need and think, hey, maybe other people would like this. I'll have to recontact them again, but there's some other rips that he has that I thought were pretty good that I could either A, use for sprite lapses, or B, just extend for people. I know there are some people uploading who got permission to upload his rips to Smash Custom Music, which is the website that Brawl BRSTMS. I think that's the abbreviation. I always get it confused. But I know it's the website that the Brawl Music extension channel uses. So there's that. Guess we can go into some technical things here. I still need to get around to calibrating the USB microphone I have, which might result in some better audio quality, and that way I don't have to have two audio feeds going through one microphone jack. I could just use a USB microphone and have my audio jack just straight be video game audio from my headset jack and my TV. And I might be experimenting with streaming off of a new console pretty soon. Might be experimenting with that. Just gotta wait for a few things to update. Once they update, I'll look into it. See about going through procedures in order to do so. But if I can get this going, I'm gonna definitely have a fun time with it. Might be able to do some more interactive things. Still, quote unquote, working on finding a good price slash platform to use for possible commissions. It's a thought that hasn't left my head, but I haven't really done much for it, mainly because there's other things that I've been doing. And I guess the last thing on technical notes to, well, note, is Twitch still hasn't made the video uploading service available. Can't wait for that. Once that happens, it'll make things a lot easier. It's gonna be pretty cool, but it's not here yet. It's weird because like if you go to like your video manager, it'll say past broadcasts and it'll say no videos upload, like no videos found. So they're implementing it. There's a browse videos feature. They're like 3, 5, 15, 30-minute videos. But how? I'm guessing that it's just streams that were cut short due to hiccups and whatnot, ads that had to be uploaded to the service so they could run, whatever have you. Just can't wait for this video uploading service feature, Twitch. I would love to make good use of it. Please, man, the year's nearly half over. Where is it? But that's about it. That's about it. I hope I can entertain you sometime soon. And no matter what I create, I hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoy this. Hope you enjoy your day. Hope whatever. See you all next time.